Hi guys, Trev, body mechanic from Absolute Fitness. Right, the client you're going to see is somebody that's been known to me for quite a lot of years. I've basically maintained him for a lot of years. He's always had a job where he's driving a lot and he's been big into his bodybuilding and that. And basically doesn't look after himself from that perspective. And his words are, that's why he comes to see me, to keep him injury free. And that's what I've done for many years. But beginning of lockdown, he changed his job, so he's now still driving a lot to where he works, but he's also doing a lot of physical work as well. It might be sat on a digger, digging out the trenches and things like that, or physically down working in them. And compound that with the driving as well. It's created what we call lower cross syndrome, anterior tilt. That's causing him a lot of back pain to the point where, so I haven't seen him for quite a while because of lockdown and that. He decided he'd try me to see if I was still doing some work, and I was, and he was in a real bad way, coming quite crippled to be fair. And I treated him, felt great when he got up and he left. Then probably 2 weeks later it's gone again, so that's what's coming in to see me. Okay. So you're going to see him, you're not going to see any of the paperwork side or anything like that. I'm just going to show you a Thomas test where you see the anterior tilt of his pelvis, a little postural observation, so you see that, see what we're looking at, and then you're going to see me treat him. But you're going to see it differently because I'm going to put the camera on my chest. I don't know how it's going to work out, but let's wait and see. All right, let's look forward to it.
Right, so this is postural observation of Steve, looking at him from behind. Now obviously he's got a lower back issue. As we kind of look at what's going on, we're coming up the legs. Looks like he's standing with his weight on the outsides of his feet a little bit, well turned out, especially his right, so he's quite tight in those piriformises. It looks like he's leading with the right hip as well. But as we come up the body, we're looking to the lat definition that's going on. There's a bit more lat definition on this side than that. It looks like he might have a very, very slight curve going on of the spine there. As we come up to the top, to the neck, a little bit elevated on the left shoulder, but as you can also see, the hands massively turned round, so there's a lot of tightness across the front of the chest. This lat bulk could also be pulling these round. I'm just going to show you Steve now from the side, so you'll see a side view of him now. So as we look down, we should be able to put a string line straight through his ankle, knee, hip, shoulder and earlobe, and at the moment he's forward, so he's carrying his load forward, weight more over the toes and on the outsides of the feet. But as you can see, as you look at the hips there, the hips are tipping forward a little bit. Okay, so he's coming way bad back. That's what we're going to look at. So the next thing we're going to do is get him into a Thomas position where we can check his tightness of areas. Right, so we've put Steve in a Thomas position. So I just want to show you the tightness here. So as we look now, hip, knee is quite well. In fact, as I get that hip bone, the knee is slightly above that hip bone. Yeah, so we've got definite tightness of the hip flexors. But look at the angle of this leg. This leg should be dangling straight down. So we've got massive tightness of his rec fem. And again, as we look from the front, slightly being pulled out to the side. So there could be tightness across that IT band because we can see the groove there. And what we've also got is the leg being turned out slightly. So there's probably tightness across that sartorius as well. So Steve, if you swap legs for me, bring this one up. Oh, that's painful for him. And let that one relax so we can see the same happening again here. Exactly the same happening, turning out, it's cutting up there with the IT band. So there's tightness in the IT band, tightness in his sartorius, tightness in his rec fem, tightness in his anterior, his hip flexors, and his lower back will be tight as well, all contributing to this anterior tilt to the pelvis. So that's what we're going to work on to treat now. Right, so we'll start him off. We'll start this leg, we'll get it nice and warm. We'll do all this bit, let that go down, Steve. Get the old sander on you, sand him down. forgot to say, Steve, you are consenting to this going on YouTube, aren't you?
Yeah.
Forgot to mention that.
Might get some offers.
Well, you never know. You never know. Make you famous on YouTube.
Why not? Put it on my Facebook if you're allowed to do that. You know,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll get fucking loads, mate.
Well,
You'll get fucking loads.
what I'll do is...
You'll get loads, mate. You'll get loads.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll advertise it like for you. Anyone fancy my service? Yeah, you would for like the video. Yeah. I'm not feeling makeup my side like that. They'll be ringing up. What are you fucking doing? You know what I mean? No, I've not got my back. Nobody fucking. I won't go to anybody else anyway. I've not one of the mates who will do it like.
Has offered.
Yeah, the fuck.
So, a bit of effleurage going on now. We're just getting everywhere nice and warm, loosened up. Right, now let's make a start to work this now. So a little nice forearm sweep up there. Bit painful them.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's my middle name.
I can do something else. That'll 99 views. Different to that.
Yeah. Right, a bit of ringing going on, just trying to break the tension down in there. Deep thumb up there. Oh, there we go.
Oh, aye.
Oh, that's a killer, is it, Steve?
Yep. Leave it alone if you want.
No, can't do that. We're right up in that rec fem at the minute. Oh. Bit of friction in it. That's it. Great stuff. Bit of separation there with the elbow.
Tight like.
Oh. So you got a nice knot in here. Bit of friction through it. It's just splitting it down. Don't forget that scale, Steve.
About 22.
Don't go up to 22.
But it's definitely 9, mate.
Okay. Oh yeah, feel that as well, knotted up there. So he's sartorius.
I won't go to club.
See, nice and deep into that as well. Well knotted there. All those little sarcomeres all bunched up. Oh, I'm feeling popping as well under my thumb. That's it.
Very delicate that muscle anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do a lot of work here because it's very.
Not using as much as other muscles.
No, it's quite sensitive to be honest.
It's like your hamstrings.
Here we go.
Christ, what's that?
It's only gently touching you.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a bit like a Theragun.
Oh yeah, you're talking about exercise,
Yeah, Theraguns are very expensive though. This is a Rover gun. A lot cheaper.
Just same job.
Does exactly the same. Yeah.
Might get one then. Can't find a thumper, lost it. You can give out Lewis it, but it could not come back. Something else, are you?
So when Steve walked through the door, you didn't see him, because I've not started recording then, because we did a bit of paperwork. But he was staggering in, a bit straddled to one side.
Feel like Uncle Albert on old school dance, we don't need to get bent back.
Yeah.
I'm walking like that.
Okay, so we'll get that up that. Then we'll put it right into those hip flexors. Roll that over. Stretch on them. That's failing now. Not quite as bad them now, are they?
All right now. So. Still sensitive a bit, like, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do look bottom end now. Terrible to touch that.
And then we'll just go right up that IT band now. Right, just want to bend that leg, Steve. Just kind of relax a little bit now. Let's get that elbow into that hip flexor. Alright.
Tight, it's not,
Yeah.
it's not too bad. Not as bad as when you're not muscle itself.
Yeah. So we're just forcing down that hip flexor with elbow. Okie doke. I'm going to move on to the other leg now.
Not for that. It's sweat on here, I'm in 5 minutes.
Right, let's get it nice and warm. Sander's great because it doesn't have to penetrate into it.
Warm it up that.
Yeah. Warms it up lovely.
Yeah.
So because I've used the sander, I'm quite forceful on me effleurage and I'm not pussyfooting about with it. The sander's already warmed it up, allows me to get into it quicker. Similar place, Steve.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Yeah.
That's terrible. That was about 9, that mate.
Yeah.
Ah, 10.
10. I'll ease off a little bit. It's got another nice knot in here. Just got to put a bit of a friction up it. You never know, we might make a grown man cry.
I want to a grown man. Far from that.
All my other videos have been quite professional.
This is. Got to have a laugh to it.
me and Steve have known each other now for a considerable length of time.
Too long, I think. Time to cut the strings.
But he is a legit client, he's not a made up client.
Regular, alright,
Yeah. Thing with Steve is he won't look after himself. Well, it's true. What was the words you used to say to me? That's what I come here for.
Yeah, you're a maintenance guy.
Yeah. Likes to train and work hard. That takes its toll on you.
Every 3 weeks, 10 years, isn't it?
Something like that, yeah. Although lockdown has been a bit different.
Yeah.
I think if it hadn't have been for lockdown, you wouldn't be in the...
That's why I'm at this worst state I am.
Yeah.
I've been trapped for that long. Oh, yeah.
Friction that one out, another nice knot in there. I feel like this sartorius. Oh, pushing into it, but it's not as bad as the other side, Steve. It might be tender, but it's not as knotty. I'm not saying there's not tightness in there, but there's a bit of grimace on that face then. Yeah. Oh, you'll feel so much better when you get off the bed. I actually wished I'd videoed you when you came in the door.
Oh, yeah.
People would actually see then.
I think it would have gone though.
Well,
No, it's true though, isn't it? You know?
Yeah. Right. Lovely juglet. Get the old gun on there now. Just finishes it off. 10. That better?
Yeah.
It's a sensitive area anyway. But it's amazing. It's amazing how tight this gets, and why, you know, like your legs can turn out with it and that. Just a
Pulled everywhere in the body.
Yeah, but like your sartorius, a lot of people get a lot of knee pains because the sartorius is tight, because it starts from down here at the knee and it comes all the way up and attaches right up here at the hip.
That could be walking for it all week, and the back being bad. The next minute it could be walking for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Up into that rec fem now. IT band. Into that hip flexor now. we're trying to hit into the psoas major and the iliacus, and then coming over the top of sartorius up to that anterior superior iliac spine, and the rec fem coming up onto that roughened area above the acetabulum. Right, we'll just bring this leg up, Steve. We're just going to get into that hip flexor now with elbow. So, in it goes. Does that feel like?
Yeah, it's not too well up in there, mate.
Right, we're going to spin you over now.
Oh.
Like an old man.
Like a seal.
A walrus. Right, we'll bob that under, bob that down. Just having a little feel. Oh, a couple of vertebrae out there that'll go back as well. Oh, there's one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right, now we'll work this back. So quite tight there.
Oh,
Really tight. Oh. Just putting a bit of thumb in and downward force, using my thumb as a tool at the minute, and I'm just pushing the tissue a little bit, just working a little bit on the connective tissue before we really get going. Right, we'll warm that back up now. So we're going to work the back, lower back, all these erector spinae, quadratus lumborum. We're going to go into his glutes medius because they're tight as well, trying to stabilise the pelvis because it's getting pulled forward. We're not touching his hamstrings because they're obviously getting stretched, they're taut. All right, but we are going to go into piriformis and that, so we've hammered the front, we're going to hammer the back here and sort these little areas out, and he's going to feel like a new man once we've stretched him out at the end. We shall see.
Just feeling like a man would do.
Right, let's bring out the big thumper, tenderise him like a steak. Get the big thumper, 3.2 kilo thumper this, with 8 heads. Great piece of kit, get proper in. Great for on the legs, buttocks region. Could have used it on his thighs earlier as well. Not so good on the upper back though. It feels like it's knocking your lungs out your chest. Yeah, so we're just thumping at the minute that erector spinae, each quadratus lumborum, going over the glutes, glutes medius, glutes maximus, piriformis. I would normally be a little bit longer than what I'm doing on here, but I'm going to just show you how good he feels at the end. And we haven't had, normally I do a little bit longer on each area. Right. So again, it's nice and warm, so I don't need to worry about starting with the old effleurage and stuff. Everything's warm now with that sander, and then the thumper on them, that's done a lot of me effleurage and petrissage that would normally do. Now I'm in good and proper, in deep. It's hard to see because I'm using my hand over my thumb, but I am in good and deep there. Up through it. Hopefully.
There.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's more isolating, you know.
Yeah.
The pain areas shrunk kind of thing. Got there.
Right. Well, it's starting to soften up well now. So we're just rolling, doing a power thumb up through and out and across. Yeah. Come back up to that now. Go into this glute medius now. Get my dominator out now, got a nice little trigger point there, or adhesion. Yeah. Hey?
It's about 7 there, looking at it.
Right.
Yeah, that's about 7, 5, 6.
Okay. Bit more pressure in there than Steve.
Oh,
so this is in his
glute.
Is it? I'll ease back a little bit then. We're just in his glutes medius at the minute. How's that feeling there, Steve? Oh, another nice tight area. I'll go with a bigger head this time so it spreads it a little bit.
Oh, that's not bad there.
Yeah.
Good 6 or 7 that.
Get going?
Yeah.
Feel it popping under my thumb there. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Tight area here. What's that one like, Steve?
Good fella.
Tell us when it's easing away. Yeah. Lovely popping under my thumb though, the tissue, as it's those sarcomeres are being pushed up open. Okay. This is a bit of fisting, but a fisting differently to what some people might know. So what we got? So what we got going on now is a bit of compression. We're twisting it. So we're so we're pummeling that glute max, trying to get through to that piriformis, because from that observation of the feet turned out, tight piriformis. If I kind of show you as well, so just keep that in line. Just let this come out, Steve. Yeah. You can. That's it. At its limit, it should be out here. 45 degrees, so real tight piriformis. Okay, a good compression going on. Right, and then what we're going to do now, we'll stretch that out. So we're going to do an STR stretch on it. So where the piriformis sits, I'm going to put it in false insertion point. Pull that leg and push that away, stretch it out. That leg's nearly where it should be now. Same again. And again. Yeah. Let that go down. We'll stretch them out at the end, Steve, like doing that Thomas test again position. Okay. It's all softening down, except for this little bit. Really going through it. Just a bit of a power thumb rolling up and in towards the vertebrae now. Right. So Steve, nice breath in for me and out nice and steady. That's it. Nice elbow coming up it. And then same again for me. Great stuff. And then put a little stretch on that now. Cross hand, so this is a connective tissue stretch again. You feel that, Steve?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Move on to the other side now. a big thumper on now. Doing the same as what we did on the other side now. I think I might have killed him. I thought I might have killed you because there was no sounds coming from you.
That's been on my mind, just sleeping a minute, I'm telling you.
Nobody sleeps on my bed.
What, this is one of them challenges in jungle.
Well, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here.
Yeah, what I call it, I won't watch it like that. Not many people would do it.
What they got? They got to lie on the bed for 10 minutes.
Try that's it.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure how this video is going to turn out because the camera's on my chest. But yeah, it's just from a different perspective. Okay, put the elbow up there now again. Right, look at this glute medius now. Oh yeah, tight in there as well. What's that like, Steve?
Not bad, it's about 4.
Okay.
You're getting in there. That's 6.
Just doing a bit of friction with my dominator.
I was on 50 with a dominator.
Yeah.
No sexual words for you, try like.
Yeah. Well, he's in pain because he's gone quiet.
You have to shut me up again.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What's that one like, Steve?
It's about 5. It's a bit better the other side, mate. Put it that side, but we'll let it before I come in.
Yeah.
It seems to be, anyway. Because I'm walking funny.
Yeah.
I couldn't really tell what pain coming from it, but I've still got a lot of pain.
What's that like?
About 7.
Easing away?
Yeah, yeah. Go there.
Okay. Back to that compression with that twist. So driving right through that glute max into that piriformis.
Sort of limit.
Hold out, bring that up, relax, and then rock across that piriformis.
I'll still so you know what I'm talking about a week.
Yeah. So what we're doing, we're frictioning across it whilst lengthening it out. Okay, this one come up, you can see how tight it still is, but it's a bit better than the other side was. We'll STR that now. Great stuff. Back into that glute medius. Good and deep there.
Oh, got the
7. 7's good. Lovely. Great stuff. Bit of a power thumb up that. It's starting to soften right down that now.
seems good.
Eh?
Seems good compared to what it was. Amazing what a bit of eating them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of work for it.
So, nice breath in, Steve, and out. And then nice breath in again, and out. Do a connective tissue stretch on that. You feel that?
Yep.
Right. Superb. Right, what we're going to do now, Steve, is get you on your side. Take that out.
Tissue, mate.
Yep.
That was running.
It'll have to be one of these.
Yeah. Oh, wait, let me send it. Can't wait for that. Move it better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Honest?
Right, yeah, so facing me. Give you some pillars. There and there, so that's it. So right on your side, keep that leg on for me. This leg's coming off. We're
Oh, that's a bit tight, mate.
going to stretch this IT band to start with. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good face, is that, Steve?
I did. I got a good face when I'm not normal.
We'll stretch, do a bit of a STR now on this glute medius now. Gonna elbow into there and then push this leg down. Don't know if camera's showing that very well, but then that shoulder back for me, mate.
Shoulder back, are you?
Yeah, we'll let this leg come over now.
It's up to them, on it.
That's it. Okay, let's roll you to the other side.
I don't know why I come.
Must be because you like me.
That fisting, what does it?
Right, so stretch this IT band out now. Pushing on the greater canter and the knee. So the greater canter away and the knee down. There. Okay, I might just budge you a little bit further this way, Steve.
Yeah.
See, let's keep this bottom leg bent. Let this one come over. So we're going to do that glutes medius now.
Yeah.
So we're just locating a good bit of it. That's where we want to be. So elbow into that, and then push this knee down. You feel that one, Steve?
Yeah.
Okay, and then shoulder over for me. That's it, like that.
Oh, that's enough. Yeah, they made there.
Yeah.
Great stretch, like. Oh.
Put it out right. So, what we're going to do now is get you off the bed. Whoops, wrong light. Get you off the bed, but sat on the end of the bed.
Right.
Yeah. So, take that off. Oops. Put this one on. Right, so you're just gonna, yeah, like we did, like we did that test. Yeah, some pillars there. That's it. And then just roll back at that, Steve. That's it. So we'll let this leg come down. All right. So already sitting further down is that knee, but what we're going to do now is stretch these hip flexors out. So where we do that, push that down on this knee, and then we're going to stretch rec fem. So I'm now going to take a foot round the bottom of the foot and take the lower leg back. And then we're going to stretch sartorius. So from there, I'm going to take the foot outwards.
Oh.
Hopefully, you're picking up on this. And then relax that. We'll swap these over. So same again. Push down on that knee. So that's stretching the hip flexors, taking the lower leg back, stretching those rec fem, and then turning the foot out, brings in sartorius into it. And then from here, bring those two knees up. Just open that lower back a little bit. Rock him. That's it, right, we're going to bring you up, Steve. Up it comes. How are you feeling at the minute?
Great, to be fair, like,
yeah.
I stood up straight.
Yeah.
I've got to do that for a week.
So, all I want you to do now, can you kneel down on the floor? Alright, and then can you sit back onto your feet?
Don't think so, mate.
And then you're just going to bend.
No?
No? Alright.
My knees and that.
Oh, it's hurting your knees?
Back.
Right, okay. We'll bring you up then. And I'll do you from a standing position, alright? So what I want you to do is, we'll use the chair.
Yeah.
So all I want you to do is hold on to the chair like that.
Yeah.
And when I say bend, all you're going to do is bend down like that. Yeah.
Right.
Alright?
Yep.
So you stay in that position.
Yep.
So all I'm going to do is we're going to do a bit of a stretch on these erector spinae. So I'm going
in your hand, have you?
No. So I'm holding your hip and I'm putting a block on that. And if you bend down for me, you feel that stretching?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. And then come back up.
Oh.
And then I'm going to go a bit lower, do exactly the same again. You bend down for me. And then I'm just going to drive up there. Come back up. Alright?
Yeah, well, obviously I've got to more strength than enough. That must be where it's injured.
Yeah, right, so I'll do this side now. So, if you bend down, feel that stretching out, Steve?
Yeah, that's a lot worse that side.
And then come back up. I'm going to go a little lower down. and then bend down from it, and then I'm just going to go there. And then bring yourself back up standing. Right, how are you feeling?
Great.
A lot better?
Just so from what you've done, like, we're still a lot better, because, like I said, I've been able to straighten up for a good week now. Been walking like that, honest, straight up. So, for a tenner for an hour, can't go wrong, can you?
No. Right, so enough of that.